God got a plan for me, for me. I know God got a plan for me, for me. God got a plan for me.
YouTube, what it do? It's your boy, Mr. Stoic, and you know it. And we back at it again with another video. If you haven't did it already, go ahead and hit the like and the subscribe button to my channel where we always improving and getting what better every day over here. You did what I'm saying? Listen, man, we almost at 100 subscribers. All right, we almost at 100 subscribers, man. Can y'all believe that? We started out at 0. Now we almost at 100. So, man, I appreciate the support. I appreciate the shares. Let's keep it going, man. We almost at 100 subscribers, man. That's crazy. And I tell you something, I did a big $50 giveaway at 50 subscribers. So at 100, I'm going to go big on big and do something else. But anyways, man, listen. I appreciate it. But let's get into the topic. It's a very serious topic. The topic of today is going to be dealing with depression. Yes, sir. Dealing with depression. Depression is something that we all deal with silently or have dealt with silently, man. Depression is something almost like it's a silent monster that lives with us every day. It's the elephant in the room that no one addresses, but we have to see and deal with this thing every single day. Depression eats at your soul over and over and over and over again. And it's almost like the thorn that won't go away. And I am here to tell you today that depression is something that you can overcome. Depression is something that you can not be a victim of, but you can be victorious over. And the way that you're going to do that is you have to follow a certain amount of steps. I need you to stay with me to the end because depression is something that I've dealt with. I have friends that deal with it. I've had family that dealt with it. And unfortunately, man, speaking from experience and being transparent with y'all on my channel, I've lost friends due to depression. I had a friend in high school that unfortunately took her life because of depression. And right when she realized what she was doing, she tried to reverse what she did. But at that point, it was too late. And I think to myself, man, what could I have done differently? Or how could I have reached out to her and figured out what she had going on or even contacted her more? All right. So depression is something that we all deal with, man. And a lot of people, even with the suicide rate, it is something that's very, very serious. You know, and I make my funny posts, I make my lighthearted posts, but this is something that's serious and a lot of people deal with it. All right. Depression comes from nobody told us that life was going to be hard. When you started out in high school and you was that starting running back, or maybe you was that cheerleader, or you was that dude, and then life happened. You started having kids. You started working a job that you never intended on working. You started staying in an area that you never planned on staying. You had to start to develop new skills that you never had because high school didn't prepare you for the real world. And I'm going to tell you something. It's very, very cold in this real world. Yes, you can be married and get divorced. Yes, you can be pregnant with a child and have a miscarriage. Yes, you can be fired from your job or laid off for no reason and you got to figure out what you're going to do. Yes, you can go years or months without working because nobody's hiring right now because that's the job market. Yes, you can be betrayed. Yes, your friends, your high school buddies, y'all may not be cool no more. Yes, people may stop liking you for no reason. People become depressed because life made them pivot and they wasn't ready. Life shook you up and you wasn't ready for the change. And now you're sitting in the dust of what was, in the memories of the past. And you're trying to figure out at this point in your life, what am I supposed to do? What is my next step? How did I get here? And what can I do to get away from this? That's how depression creeps in. So let me break it down to you. The first thing that you're going to do to get over the depression, to get over depression or get through depression, I need you to find an outlet source. Even if it's this channel, man, I need you to call somebody. I need you to find somebody that you trust to tell your problems to. And I want you to pour it all out, man. If you broke, if you have a health issue, if your girlfriend, if your boyfriend left you, if you're dealing with, you don't love yourself, man, trust somebody enough to tell them all of it. And I want you to pour it out, because you got to release that energy that you holding on the inside. I want you to stop acting like everything is okay when it's not okay, especially for my men. You don't have to be the tough guy. You don't have to be the tough guy, man. It's okay that life is breaking you down. It's okay that you're not, you can't overcome everything, man. Some stuff is going to break you down. Yes, bro. You can't out-muscle everything. I used to think that I could out-muscle everything. And I'm not going to lie, I do practice stoicism. So it's very, very rare that you will find something that will just completely break me down. But I'm human too. And I pray that God blesses me to not have to deal with something so devastating that it breaks me down to the core like that. But man, I've pretty much been there. I've lost my grandmother, and I never thought that she would leave this earth. I lost an uncle that I never thought that he would leave this earth in the time that they did. They got out here. They left earth faster than I planned them to. And it took me a long time to grieve. I just want to be transparent with you on this channel and show you, man, I'm not just a YouTuber. I'm a person just like you. I want to be authentic in what I'm saying. I've had friends to take their lives because of depression. I've got friends now that are dealing with depression and don't know where to go and what to do. Have somebody to talk to, man. Have somebody to talk to. Somebody will listen to you. Somebody cares about you. Don't ever think that. Depression will tell you nobody cares about me. Everybody's happy. Everybody's succeeding. Everybody's living life. Man, let me tell you something. People are dealing with the same issues as you. They just cover it up better. People's relationships are bad, just like your relationship may be bad. They just know how to cover it up better. They know how to sweep a little bit more dirt on theirs, so they don't make you think that you're doing better than them. So I want to tell you, man, have somebody to talk to first and foremost. And then the second thing that you're going to do, because I'm not going to make this a long video, I just want to get straight to the point because depression is serious. The second thing that you're going to do, you need to identify what's causing your depression. If it's your weight, if it's your self-love, it has to be a problem with yourself, because we can come up with a solution. It wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't a solution. Don't ever forget that. It wouldn't be a problem if it didn't have a solution. So I need to tell you, you have to be self-aware, get some time to yourself, and figure out what is the root cause of your depression. Is it that you want more out of life and you're just not there yet? Is it you want this car and you're not able to get it yet? Is it you're in this relationship and you don't feel fulfilled? Is it my weight? Is it my height? What is it? You don't have to answer it right away, but figure out what it is. Figure out what it is that you're dealing with so you can identify the problem. And then that takes us to step number 3. We're going to take action to be able to resolve the problem. Hey, man, I got depressed because the job that I work, I don't like, man, my weight, I'm just this and that. Okay, now we have to take action. You cannot stay in that state of mind by just talking about it. You're going to have to do something about it. I got to hold you accountable. So we're going to do what? Number 1, we're going to talk about our problem. We're going to identify our problem, and then we're going to take action. All right. You have to talk about the problem. Then you have to identify What is the problem that's causing your depression? And then, like I said, we have to take action. Make an action plan, man. You know what? I'm going to walk around the neighborhood one day, every day. I'm going to walk one lap. You don't like your weight, you might be too skinny, man. You know what? I'm going to eat 2 peanut butter jelly sandwiches in the morning and 2 peanut butter jelly sandwiches at night. You don't like your current financial state, man. You know what? I'm going to put up $50 no matter what. If I don't do nothing else, I'm putting up $50. Okay? No matter what I do, I'm going to put that money up. You depressed that you might not be a ladies' man right now. Hey, man, go out and talk to some women. Hey, man, listen, I'm going to talk to one random woman every day for the next 365 days. You got to take action, okay? You have to take action, because if you're just talking about it, nothing around you is going to change. The only way that you see change is with action, okay? The only way you see change is with action. Your last step, I need you to understand this. The last and most crucial step is this right here. I need you to have patience as you're dealing with change. You got to be patient with yourself. You have to be. You have to be patient with yourself, and you got to have grace for yourself. You got to forgive yourself. You got to have patience with yourself, and you have to trust the process that, man, where I'm at is not where I want to be, and I know where I'm going. You got to understand that it's going to take time. You're not going to get bigger overnight, and you're not going to get smaller overnight. It's not going to happen like that. I hate to tell you that, bro. It's not going to happen like that. It's going to take time. Take your time in the process and know that, man, at least you're doing the work to bring about change. At least you're doing the work to start seeing progress. At least you're doing the work to start seeing something manifest in your life, because you're trusting the process. You're trusting the steps that you're taking to be able to see things unfold in your life, and you're consistent enough to be able to see these things unfold for your life. You have to do the work and be patient enough to see the work. Because if you always start and you stop something, man, you're going to always leave things unfinished in your life. And I hope somebody can feel that message, man. If you quit today, you will quit tomorrow. If you quit tomorrow, you will quit for a lifetime. You will always be a person who leaves things unfinished. So make sure that you finish what you started on your journey, on your road to recovery. Make sure that anything you do, finish what you start. The resistance is going to come because in anything you do, there has to be a challenge. If there was no challenge, everybody would be doing it. That's why so many people on the internet have to look and present themselves as successful and fake it, because to actually do it requires too much work that most people are not willing to put in. It requires too much consistency that most people are not willing to put in. Know that you have help. Depression is real. Don't let depression bleed onto people that didn't even cut you. Don't let your depression bleed onto people that didn't even cut you. Don't let your depression eat away at you to the point that you cannot speak up and tell somebody that you need help, or tell somebody that life is hard. Listen, man, life gets hard for everybody, and everybody in some season of their life may deal with depression, but know that you got help, and know that if you would just reach out to somebody that cares about you, that it's going to be okay. It's going to get better. Don't quit. Don't end your life. Don't think that you have to end it all because you don't know how it's going to get better. It's going to get better. All right? So remember, man, make sure you take those steps to beat and overcome depression, because depression is something that everybody deals with. All right? Be strong, be courageous, be bold. You got this.